guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gamille, and here is the ultimate guide of rebranding yourself for a new year for 2026. How is everyone feeling? It is currently January 5th. I've been taking the first couple days of the new year to really slowly get into my new habits, set intentions for the new year, really think about what I want 2026 to look like, and just not rushing the process. Planning out a year, planning out your intentions, your goals, your vision for a new year takes a couple of days, and it needs to be done with intention. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do in this video, how I've done it. There are certain things you need to do and certain practices you need to implement in this process, so you're understanding this is your vision, this is your action plan, and not anybody else's. There are 6 parts I like to do when preparing for a new year to really make sure I'm in alignment with myself and my future self. Number 1, a mindset shift. Number 2, reflection. Number 3, releasing. Number 4, setting the intentions and creating systems. Number 5, vision boarding. And number 6, execution. Reflection. Anytime we're coming into a new year, it's so important to me to reflect on what happened in the past year, the lessons I learned, the things I achieved, the losses I went through, what worked and what didn't work, and celebrate myself for getting through the year so I can move on. My 2025 vision board, and we're gonna go through everything together. If you haven't watched my 2025 year reset, it is on my channel. I always categorize my vision boards in different sections of my life. So over here was college, academics. Down here was more like lifestyle, work and career, wellness, self-growth, hobbies, faith, personal growth, and then also down here was things that came true on my 2025 vision board. Graduated college and I did achieve cum laude. Ended the semester with straight A's. I had the dream grad shoot of my life of video and photography, competing in a pageant. I did compete in the Miss Black and Gold pageant from my school for the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, and I did end up winning Miss Gold, which was the perfect title for me, I believe. And it's just so crazy because this girl is wearing a gold dress and I was the only one wearing a gold dress, and I turned out to be Miss Gold. Okay, up here this section was healing my inner child, going to therapy. I did continue therapy this year, which has been truly transformative and like so needed, and helped me anchor myself, especially in all the chaos of senior year. Working out, I have gotten back into a good workout routine. Through the middle of senior year, I stopped working out completely because it was just crazy, like classes and dance and content. It was a lot, and especially because I lived off campus, I didn't really have access to the gym as much as I would like. But when I came back post-grad, I did continue going to the gym, and I did gain some weight, which is a goal of mine. So that's that. Over here is solo dating. This came true. I went on a lot of solo dates this year. And then this quote, decentering men doesn't mean decentering love. I've had a few situations this year with some men, or boys I should say, that kind of just opened my eyes and was like, listen, this is just not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, focus on yourself, center yourself. So I stopped centering men and just like thinking I should be in a relationship, or what that would feel like, or but I don't have to chase that. That was a big problem in high school, and I'm glad to say like I've stopped doing that. And this year opened my eyes, and I just started solo dating more and taking that more seriously. I literally went to a dinner by myself in October in this fancy black dress, like the woman in the picture, sipping wine, just having a great dinner all by myself in this fancy Italian restaurant, and that was a big step for me in my solo date journey. And of course I went to the movies, I went horseback riding, just a lot of solo dates that I'm grateful for, and I'm going to continue in 2026. I did end up finding a church home this year, or somewhere that I feel like I could really grow in and grow my faith in, so that I did achieve. Over here was cooking. I learned how to cook some Haitian meals this year, living alone in my college apartment at the beginning of the year, so I did achieve that. Oh yeah, coloring, like this was another one of my hobbies that I actually did do, and I found another hobby that I love to do, word search, so I think that's ticked off. Growing my female friendships, I feel like I've done that, and I really feel like I've solidified who's in my corner and who's not, and who I want to continue investing into the friendship going into 2026. So that is a goal that I feel like I made some progress towards. Over here was swimming, book swimming lessons, which I did. I met a family friend in St. Lucia while I was in St. Lucia during my post-grad trip, and she was able to coach me for a few weeks. I don't know if we're going to continue the lessons in 2026, but she did give me a good foundation to start with, and I hope we can start lessons again. But for now, I have a good foundation, and I'm going to continue on my swimming journey in 2026. And yeah, that was a big step for me. Like finally like getting in the pool and starting to learn, and that was just amazing. I'm so glad I did that. Reading, I haven't read that much in the 2025. So that's another goal going into it. But I have read maybe 2 books, and they were I actually read like maybe 4 books, and they were great. I read It Ends With Us, It Starts With Us during my post-grad trip, and amazing, chef kiss, and it just reminded me of my love of reading and going into new worlds all while staying at home, and just like raising my standards in romance as well. And I just love reading and learning new things, and I want to get back into that, especially now I am post-grad. Kindle, I bought myself a Kindle, which was amazing, and I'm so happy I got to do that for myself and really invest in my hobbies and just treat myself, especially after a chaotic year at school, graduating and everything. And then over here was some wellness goals, so doing skincare, sleeping more, meditating, taking my supplements, journaling. I have continued journaling. I've picked that up again, which was very helpful. I started to wake up early this year, which has always been a goal of mine, to wake up early, be a morning person, and I feel like I could confidently say that I do work better in the morning, in the early afternoon. Once it hits 5, 6, I'm ready to clock out whatever I'm doing. I'm ready to wind down, eat dinner. Like, I love that for me, and I just never thought it would come to fruition, but I could do it. I put my mind to it, and this year we're just gonna keep leveling that up and be more consistent with early mornings. On here is some PR of Rhode and Good Molecules. I did receive PR from Good Molecules, which is crazy because it's just like I've been stalking them for years, guys. I was in their DMs, I was emailing them, and they finally saw me, and that was just crazy. And that was crazy. I did receive a lot of PR this year. I feel like a good amount. I went to a lot of influencer events. I had a lot of brand partnerships. So just growing in my social media career, I feel like I really did this year. So moving on to things I did not achieve. I did not get a car. I have a picture of a car here. I did not buy a car. I did not have enough money to do that. Even though I did not buy a car this year, I did start driving solo this year, which is a huge deal for me because I got my license last year, and because I was at school for the whole time, I didn't get to practice or anything. So you may not achieve that particular goal on your vision board, but making progress towards it is still a very huge accomplishment. I did not receive a full-time marketing role, although I worked super hard for it, and I feel like I was getting close. I just underestimated how competitive marketing is and just the whole thing of that corporate side. But I did receive 2 marketing internships in fall 2025 right after post-grad, so I did make some progress. So again, I didn't achieve the full goal, but I did make some progress towards that goal, and that is in itself an accomplishment. I didn't have a grad party this year, which was on my vision board, but I did go on a grad trip, which is like, I feel like that was the best option. Like I do not regret that trip at all. Like, I've met so many people, I had so many good experiences, and sometimes the goal that you put on your vision board, something may come better out of that. I did not get approved to join the YouTube partner program, so I'm still on that goal. I made a lot of progress, especially doing Vlogmas this year. I'm so glad you guys got to tune in to that. I did not get 10k followers on any of my platforms yet for short form Instagram or TikTok, but I did hit 5k on TikTok, and I did have multiple viral videos on Instagram and on TikTok. Most of this vision board, like 80% of the vision board, I did complete, and then 20% that didn't specifically happen like as I envisioned, I made progress towards it, and that's all that matters. And at the end of the year, I was really getting hard on myself on not getting a full-time job, and like that tainting the rest of all my success and all the hard work and progress I made in 2025. And I shouldn't have done that, but you know, I'm human. But that just goes to say, like, you made it through the year, and that is an accomplishment. Whether your whole vision board came true or even 30% of it came true, the fact that you set an intention and you work towards it, even 1%, says a lot about you and the type of person you want to become and how much you care about yourself. So I'm gonna say 2025 was a success. Now, my final part of my reflection for 2025, I'm going to write a letter to myself for December 2026, you know, right before the new year, to open up and really reflect on the new year, things I want to happen this year, how I want to feel, the woman I want to be. You can write a letter to yourself, you can make a video diary to yourself, whichever one is best for you. Get your pen and paper, or get your phone out or your laptop out and make this with me so we could open it up together at the end of 2026. To myself. I literally just got chills. Like, if you're not getting chills writing this letter, you need to go deeper within yourself and think about how you want to feel, how proud you are of the past year, what do you want to accomplish, what do you hope for yourself. You know, this is between you and you versus you. That's all it ever was. It was never about anybody else. That's done, I'm like, woo, I feel like I just shed skin. Like, I'm ready to start purging more and just welcome in all the new year energy. So now we're on to part 3, which is releasing the old.
last year for this year, but I tagged it around my
So the physical part I already did. I already deep cleaned my environment. I washed my bedding, I washed my laundry, I purged any beauty, skincare, makeup products I wasn't using. I cleaned out my wallet, I cleaned out my purse. I restocked on wellness and beauty products that I need going into the new year. Did a mini declutter of my closet and my drawers, such as getting rid of some of pajamas that I didn't want or extra t-shirts that I don't need, things like that. What I really need to do is a digital reset because there's so many things on my phone and my laptop that I just need to delete. So examples of that is deleting like old text group chats, removing old contacts, going through your camera roll and like deleting screenshots or duplicates or like things from school that you don't need anymore. Like sometimes you take pictures of things like that. Old apps, computer files and downloads. My iCloud is screaming at me because there's so much in there that I know I could get rid of, so I need to do that. Unfollowing social media accounts that just don't inspire you or uplift you, or you don't know who that creator is anymore, things like that. First thing I'm gonna do is start deleting old text group chats, especially like from school, because I had a lot of group projects, and I'm going to delete some contacts as well because there's just people in there that I don't speak to anymore or not in my life. So there's no way. A digital detox was so needed. I went through all of my socials, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Instagram, and I just unfollowed as many people that either don't post anymore, don't inspire me, maybe we're not friends anymore, and I just did a whole detox. I'm actually still going through it and it's gonna take a little bit. Maybe I'll be finished by the end of next week, but I definitely did a big cleanse, and it's so refreshing because what you consume is who you are. Just like they say, who you surround yourself is who you will become. The content that I consume daily, I want to make sure it's motivational or it's entertaining to me, or it's just generally helping me become a better person. Now we're moving on to part 4 of this video, which is setting the intention, creating your goals, and then creating a system to support those goals. If I'm looking at my ultimate yearly reset guide, I have a couple of questions and journal prompts that you guys could use to start setting the intention for 2026. Envision your future self. Like, what does she do for a living? How does she prioritize herself? What does her community look like? What are her hobbies? What are her routines like? What is her inner voice like? How does she handle conflict and challenges? You want to start writing that down in a journal, thinking about it, speaking about it out loud, so you could see the gap between who you are now and who you want to become. I want you to do a brain dump of 2026. So whatever appears at the top of your head, write it down. What are some of the big things or changes that you expect? So you're gonna turn a new age. There's gonna be holidays, maybe certain events, maybe you're gonna be graduating this year, maybe you're gonna be entering a new school year. Then after that, you're gonna start writing down goals and aspirations for this year. Maybe you want to let go of the toxic habit of doom scrolling. So a goal of yours is to start a new hobby. If you can't think of one on top of your head, think of something you don't want to do and then write down the opposite. To dump any bucket list or experiences you want to do this year. Choose a word or a theme for this year. My theme for 2025 was conquer, because I knew I had a lot of difficult things that I had to do, challenging things I had to do in that year. For instance, graduating college, but also doing it with honors, which was a goal of mine. So I really wanted to set in my mind that I had the strength and the confidence to conquer this year, to conquer those challenging things. So that is setting a theme or a word for the year. 3 different type of journal prompts that you could do for this year is: 1, by the end of this year, I will be celebrating the moment I blank. Number 2, the one thing I would do this year if I knew I couldn't fail. Make a day in 2026, highest self edition. So all these things I have already done on my own, so we are just going to move forward to step 3, which is planning my goals in depth. So this is my new Notion page for my 2026 goals. Last year's theme was pink. This year is green because it is related to my word of the year. If you guys want to know how I made this Notion page, go to my 2025 New Year's reset video. Creating a Notion was the best thing I ever did for myself because I'm so type A, and this literally has been my system for everything in my life, and I just wish I found it sooner. Now that you set the intention, now we're going to start planning your goals. So you're going to create categories of your life: personal, education, health and fitness, career, financial, mental, health, hobbies, travel, relationships, all of those things. And you're going to write SMART goals in each category. After you did the intention, you should have like a brainstorm list of your goal. So a SMART goal is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Once you write out your goals, we're going to do it into habits and actions/tasks. Have officially completed goals. I have set up my system to make sure these goals are accomplished, and I'm going to tell you why you need to be focusing more on your system so that you could actually be the person you want to be in 2026. Because you putting out a goal or putting it in your head, and then it's March, it's June, you're forgetting about this goal. This is exactly why systems matter. They remove decision fatigue, make progress inevitable, allow grace on low energy days, and turn consistency into autopilot. A system includes 4 very key parts that you need to have. It helps build your foundation for your goals, so you're always aware of where you are and where you're going. Number 1, accountability. Number 2, reminders. Number 3, check-ins. And number 4, rewards. These 4 parts of this system helped me turn my 2.5 GPA freshman year, basically almost failing my first semester of college freshman year, to graduating college cum laude with a 3.5 GPA. First thing that got me up was that I was sick of myself. Motivation, right? Everybody feels motivation. You're sick of yourself. You want to be a better version of you. Top forms of accountability. Whether that is your notes app or a journal or Notion, you need to have a system that is tracking you. You have to set up reminders. So whether that is a calendar notification, reminders on your iPhone. Number 3, you need to have check-ins with yourself. So again, weekly, monthly, quarterly. Each check-in that you do, you're at least gonna have 1% progress, and that's better than the person who you were yesterday. And finally, rewards. This is what got me through. Yes, discipline got me through, but also rewarding yourself. Like, life is not meant to be deprived of all the good things and the simple pleasures of life, and this system has helped me get the confidence and the self-trust to know that whether I have a fallback, or maybe one day I miss or 2 days I miss, I'm always going to get back on the wagon because I have a system that supports the foundation of my goals, and I have a reward system that I know I can look forward to. It just provides this environment of discipline and motivation that coincide. At the end of the day, this is how you get goals to stop feeling so overwhelming, start feeling inevitable, that they're gonna happen even if you just progress 1% each day. This is all my 2026 goals. Personal, really have a consistent beauty routine and just making sure I feel good and I look good as much as I can, because that really does give me a confidence booster. I want to become a 5 a.m. morning person. I'm going to try it out for the first quarter of the year here. As you can see, I labeled them into quarters of the year. And then I'm on a natural hair retention journey this year, so I'm not really going to be getting a lot of protective styles. And with each of these goals, guys, you're going to want to divide them up into tasks and habits. So for instance, I want to have a signature beauty routine that keeps up my maintenance and my confidence. So a one-time task is to define what that looks like for me. So what is my signature 3 hairstyles that I could do that I love? What is my signature makeup routine? And to create a beauty maintenance checklist, which I already have for the month. And monthly habits would be to have a maintenance day. Also could be at home to save money. And also another habit is monthly to replace any self-care products that I need. Now wellness, I just want to incorporate digital detoxes and limit my screen time. So this company called Brick, they just sent me this product, and basically it's a product where you download the app, you tap the screen, and it lets you select whichever app you want to not access right now. This is a physical barrier, and this was so smart. So this is the first time I'm using it, and I've only been bricked out for 26 minutes, and I already feel like I'm so productive. Like once the option is cut out, it's cut out, and all you could focus on is, well, I might as well just get my task done. And then this is a fun one. This is not on my goals list, like it's filtered out, but it's still here on this list. This is a bucket list of things I want to do, either new things I haven't done or things that I've enjoyed and I want to continue doing. And a lot of these things can be used for solo date experiences, which is another goal of mine. My word is abundance, so I made sure everything was color coded green. And my quote of the year is, what if it all works out? Because this year is uncertain. I am going into my first full year post grad. I don't have a job yet, and I have all these goals, but I'm just going to be in a positive mindset and say, what if it does work out? If you're gonna overthink and spiral, let's spiral into the positive. Let's see, for content creation, a goal of mine is to hit 10K on my platforms. Now I could say, well, I have 1K, I have 1.6K on Instagram. What if that doesn't work out? But what if it does? What if I connect with people? What if people actually come up to me, DM me, and say that what I had to say made an influence in their life? They changed even the smallest habit, and now they are closer to the person they always wanted to be. What if that happens? You know, like, start thinking, what if it all works out? And start visualizing this, and I promise, if you're not getting emotional about this, if you're not like smiling ear to ear, you're not thinking big enough. You have to think, what if it all works out? And think the best possible scenario. Finally time to make the vision board. But I hope you see that all these steps before you make your vision board are so crucial and so important to goal setting, to making a system, to cleansing the old out, so that when you have the vision board, you're completely aware of your goals and you're making the vision board specific. Not only like making photos of the finished product, but you're putting photos of you doing the action. When I put photos of graduation on my 2025 vision, I put pictures of girls studying, a black girl studying in the library, and I would stare at that photo every day in 2025, and it would make me go study and get my butt up so I could graduate with honors. You don't just want the finished product and then there's days where you're low on motivation, low on energy, and you just see this finished product and you're like, I can never get there. No, put the action there too, so you can visualize yourself doing the action, so you do it. Suddenly the goal isn't so far off. Suddenly the goal is just doing the work every day, enjoying the process, and then looking up and boom, it's there. Go back to my 2026 goals on my Notion and pick some specific images for each category. Make folders within my folder of 2026 vision board so it's organized by category. Continues adding pictures in these categories throughout that year to keep refreshing the motivation. One-third out of the vision board done, and this took a while because I want to be very specific about the images I'm choosing. So here is obviously a picture of natural hair, like long one, kind of like mid-back, which is my, not only do I want to envision myself with long hair, I want to show the low touch and style that's going to help me achieve this length. If I want to retain my length, I need to prioritize scalp care. So that means I need to have a wash day weekly or bi-weekly at least. So not only am I showing like the end result to give me motivation, I'm also showing action images on the vision board so I could visualize myself doing that action, and it's showing the steps towards the goal, so it's not very overwhelming when I'm looking at my vision board. I'm seeing myself start from the beginning, the middle, and the end. I asked ChatGPT to modify a specific part of that image, so I got this picture from Pinterest of a hatch alarm saying 6:15, but I wanted to say 5, so I just said, can you make, I uploaded the picture and then I said, can you make the 6:15 say 5? And then I did that with other photos. So this was a girl, white girl sleeping, and I said turn her into a black girl with, you know, natural hair. I finally finished my entire 2026 reset. The vision board is complete. If you have felt like it's too late to create a vision board or make new goals or do a physical reset or digital declutter, it's not too late, because look at me. 2 weeks into the new year, I am finally done. My process, I need time. I need time to brainstorm, to think, to feel. I need time. So I took my time with my reset. Like, you don't have to be ready to go on the 1st every year. It's very much, it's very me, it's very specific, very personal, very emotional, and that is the whole point of a vision board, because you need to see the vision. So I made everything on Canva. As you can see, I do have Canva Pro. You don't want the whole point of a vision board to make it look aesthetic and post on your stories. No, like, this is for you. This is your personal vision, and you want to make it very specific, catered, organized. I like to do it in sections for me. So don't just make it to look aesthetic. Like, put actual action images in there and tailor it to you and what you want to achieve. In the middle, I have my quote of the year is faith. Here is personal goals. Then we have health and wellness. I have hobbies down here and wellness. I have self-development here. Then I have finance goals here, content creation, career goals. So everything is organized, and I like doing it this way because if I want motivation or inspiration for a certain category of my life, I could just look at that section and everything's not very sporadic. A lot of my personal goals, such as waking up at 5 a.m., going on a natural retention length journey, focusing on my beauties. Here are my fitness and health goals. So I want to gain weight. I want to prioritize movement every day. Is wellness. The brick company just sent me their brick and I've been using it, so that's why I have that there. And just a reminder to set boundaries with myself with screen time, especially as a creator. Then over here I have hobbies of chess, reading, and going on solo dates. Here is my self-development, so I like to listen to podcasts, Wizard Liz, Tam Carr. Finance goals, especially now that I'm not in school. School is not on my vision board anymore. It's only just like real adult stuff. My content creation goal, so definitely locking in on YouTube this year, guys. And I put action images, so me filming for YouTube. I literally put your guys' comments on my vision board and I put it there as a reminder to tell myself that the community I'm building is real. I'm helping people. Up here is my career goals. As you guys know, I want to find a full-time job in marketing, so I put a lot of images there. So me and meeting, working content for photo shoots, my faith, so me reading the Bible every day, you know, connecting with other Christian young adults. This is my complete vision board and I love it so much. It turned out so amazing. It's very intentional, very personal, and specific things on here that are tailored to me, and that's the whole point. Because you just want to make it as real as possible to you. And this is how I like to put my vision board. I don't like to do it the whole screen because that's a little too overstimulating for me. So I found out a way to put it just in the middle. So I'm going to wallpaper. 2026 vision board. If you want to do your vision board in the center like I did and not take up the whole screen, just like to press center. And then there you go. It's just all in the center for me. I love it this way, so if I want to put folders on the side, I can, and it's just aesthetically pleasing to me as well, and it makes me focus on it even more because it's in the center and the border is like all white. That's everything I do to prep for a new year. I hope you guys are feeling the energy, the motivation, the inspiration, and the discipline to get this year started and on a right note. And no, it's never too late to reset. Like, you can literally do this reset in April if you want, okay? But the point is, you should do it on your own timeline. You should make it personable to you. It should be emotion based, and you should also have structure to it, so that all these ingredients make the perfect setup for you to lock in. I truly wish you guys the best for this new year. We are going to be doing it together, so just keep that in mind. Like, you're not alone in this. We're doing it together, and we're just going to take things step by step and stay in a positive, optimistic mindset. Look at our vision board daily, so all our goals and our intentions will come to fruition. Comment down your goals and your intentions and habits that you're going to start doing for 2026. I love to chat with you guys in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. If this has helped you in any way, I would love to know, because this is more leaning into my self-development side, which I take so much pride in because it's truly helped me transform from the inside out. And just stay tuned for the next video because we are doing a very extreme glow up. I have been looking a little crazy in the past 2 weeks, so we're gonna just do all the beauty maintenance and some self-care so we can really start to lock in and feel good at the same time. Thank you guys for watching this video. I truly appreciate you being here, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy 2026.